Hi, back again. So we were on that. So the thing is that for many pre-agriculture societies, a good bit of energy went into getting more energy. So they were eating good food, and they were able to keep their energy, and they were able to reproduce. People were increasing, population was increasing. So this also couldn't be too many humans living in one area, since there was only so much food to be found or killed, isn't it? Because of this tribe, suppose a tribe of 100 hunter foragers would have needed to be only humans. Suppose if how shall I explain? Suppose 100 hunters are there, would have needed to be only humans on 50 to 500 square kilometers to survive. Places lush with life like tropical rainforest could support higher density with only hunting and foraging support human population. It is estimated that the earth could only support about 10 million people. Historians estimate that the world population was around 6 to 10 million 10,000 years ago. Imagine. Okay. Now, how did agriculture take birth? We'll come to that point. See, I'm just basically explaining like how humans, it is here in the book, humans produce food, humans invent the wheel, humans domesticated animals, humans make pottery, archaeological evidence, and pit houses, tools, and etc. 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 So, I'm just going on a basic elaborated way of just talking to you, and after that I'm going to give this to you. I'll read it out with you with the chapter. After that I'll give you a pair of a PDF of notes where it will be more explained in a more better way where you can understand. After that, at the last of this, question and answer. That is only like that. Question answers are done. Once you come to know what's happening in the chapter, question answers will be done automatically. Okay. Now, about 10,000 to 15,000 years ago, as this is only 10,000 years ago we are talking, so about 10 to 15,000 years ago, it doesn't have to be only 10,000 years. People must have started wanting to do agriculture, but they didn't have the source or they didn't have the brains. You need that brain also. So some of the people or the human beings who have began to get that brain and mold into that nature, to their needs, and agriculture emerged in multiple places around the planet. It is believed it emerged independently and spread from places varied from Mesopotamia, China, South America, and sub-Saharan Africa, the desert. As we explore, scientists have told us they will find more places where agriculture may have emerged earlier. The birth of agriculture is actually referred to as the Neolithic Revolution. This is all about the Neolithic Revolution, the turn, the turmoil, how things are coming up, revolution, change, since it seems to coincide with the Neolithic period or the New Stone Age. The New Stone Age. The Neolithic period's name stems from the fact that stone artifacts were more smooth and refined than those of the Paleolithic period or the Old Stone Age. Many of these tools facilitated early agriculture, like the sickle. Okay, I could have shown you some pictures, but you see the pictures here. You had those, but it's not given in your book. I'll try and put some pictures up for you on your on your PDF file, or I'll just put a couple of pictures. I'll take a couple of pictures from the past and show you like how they used, what was the axe type, how they put a hole into the axe, how was the sickle, how was that which you call a spade, and with the cow, that which you call the plow, the iron plow, the stone plow, then the wooden plow came in. I had explained this to you earlier also, isn't it, in class 5. So what did I say was the birth of agriculture. I'll just repeat this again so that you understand. The birth of agriculture, basically we are talking about 10,000 years to 15,000 years ago. Humans began to change their nature to their needs. We change our nature, isn't it? According to our needs. So the need was agriculture, farming, emerged in multiple places around the planet. Basically, it was in Mesopotamia, China, South America, Sub-Saharan Africa. These are the main places it started happening. As it was explored by the scientists, they have also planned to find more places where agriculture may have emerged earlier, because excavation does not stop. History is being always made and people are working on it day and night. So the birth of agriculture is often referred to the Neolithic Revolution, because Neolithic Revolution coincides with the Neolithic period or the New Stone Age, because in the Neolithic period, Stone Age, the stones were much more smoother, okay, and these tools were facilitated to early agriculture. First of the old Stone Age, it was used, but when it came to the Neolithic period, 10,000 years, it became more organized, it became more developed, it became into a good design, it was using better issues. So the first agriculture was likely cultivation of wild species of plants and basic herding of livestock. Livestocks, you have read about it in class 5. It's in my memory, I remember. The first agriculture was likely cultivation of wild spices or species of plants, which you call sag. We eat sag, the green sags which we eat. Okay, different type of plants. So these are plants. These are not shrubs. It's not grass. These are plants, and basic herding of livestock. What is herding? Keeping a lot of them. Herding, taking care of them and growing them, breeding them is called herding. As time went on, humans actually became more sophisticated at breeding the plants and livestock. So when first time you had done your cursive writing, you were not able to write properly, isn't it? Am I right? So when the first time you had done cursive writing, you were not able to write properly. You must have looked at your parents like this. What is this person telling me to study? What is this study actually? What are these books? When you came into pre-nursery or nursery in your first time of your life, you thought you must have been crying. I have seen kids crying. They'll see their father and they'll start crying, tears will start coming out. As the father will say bye-bye, they'll shout more. After 2-3 days, they get nature, they nurture themselves, they change their behavior, they try to adapt to that situation. So first time always an experiment is something different than what you expect, isn't it? So an experiment on the first time does not go create a big shot thing. Keep on failing, we keep on doing, then we succeed. So this is what actually happened with these guys also. The humans before this, they started sophisticating. But first their cultivation was only on plants and basic herding of livestock like the hen, okay, cows, pigs, sheep. The corn you see in the grocery store, or you see the atta in the grocery store, or you see the maida, it's not that. These things were not in the wild. They are the product of thousands of years human selection and breeding from original wild forms. Cow must have been something else, bigger in size, more rougher, and sheep must have been something with more huge horns, or pigs must have been much more bigger. So they have the corn which we are having now, the maize, the corn, the maize, isn't it? Like we have oats. At that time you didn't have oats. That time also oat was there, but it was on a very rough type. So oats is actually the husk of the grains of maize. Okay, the rice was tough then. Okay, the wheat was different. Either they must have been just chewing wheat, or the wheat was not there at that time. We don't know anything. So the pigs and cows which we see now, it wasn't have to be as it was 10,000 years ago. Do we look 10,000 years ago, do we look like a person like that? No, it was different. So don't think just because they had livestock means they had pigs, cows and hens and very nicely done, and sheep and goat and all. No, it was more independently in the wild. Okay, So there were other products. They are the product of 1,000 years ago. These products what we have today of wild animals. They were wild, now it has come and become domestic animals. Okay? So now why did agriculture emerge? When and where it did? It's always inside our mind. Where did they start their first plantation? What happened to the issue? Okay. So the simple answer is that we are not sure. But we have several theories. We try to jot down things. The historians, the excavations, the archaeologists, the archaeological effects, whatever digging, whatever has done, they have come to know. So during that ice age, 10,000, 15,000 years ago, that ice age was total glacial period. It's full of ice. This seems to actually coincide with the emergence of agriculture. After the glacial period ended, there were moisture in the air, less frozen soil, better conditions overall for more plant and animal life. These conditions would have also been more suitable for agriculture. Now this theory also has got many questions. How did it happen? And why have we not found any evidence of agriculture during the last interglacial warmer period, 100,000 years ago? Because we have not just found out yet. Even during the glacial period or the ice age, when there are some places in earth, the tropics would have still been suitable for agriculture. There is a tropic, the earth cannot change, isn't it? The equator is going to always have the tropical climate, right? So we can assume people were more according round towards the tropical area instead of towards the pole area. Are you getting my point? So continued human development started basically roughly around 200,000 years ago. Our brains, language and culture may have continued to develop and change, including through nature selection. It is possibly that it can happen 10,000 years ago or 20,000 years ago. We first had the right mix of environment, mental, cultural development and the implementation of agriculture. If we didn't grow, if the humans didn't grow, how will the agriculture grow? How will that brain come in? This proves the fact that the dawn of agriculture, means the awakening of agriculture, seems to coincide with human beings able to make more sophisticated stone objects, which define the Neolithic period. So history is not so easy, and history is, we just can't just say that we'll just read and give the question answers. So you have to know about it. Why actually what happened? It's very interesting. I know sometimes you guys do get bored, but so I'll try to make it more fascinating and more interesting for you so that you get the hang of it and you try to learn. See, what you learn now, this is going to stay with you till class 10. But again, on the second hand, if we go to see that, you will be seeing in the case of it might you might add up some history to it when you reach class 10, or when we go back with new books, or we go into Google or we search, we'll come to know that there are some more places which have been still found, or we'll get some more extra information. So we have to always be in touch. Okay, so then we had the Paleolithic period, and then we had the Neolithic period, the Mesolithic period and the Chalcolithic period also. So we'll come to that later, but now we are on the 10,000 to 15,000 mark. And in that mark, we are understanding that if the people didn't nurture themselves into this agricultural thing, how did they come to know? Suddenly something must have grown, they must have started eating, and they must have dropped the seeds, again it grown, they must have found it that way. But before that again there was ice. So global warming, if global warming was not there, this thing would not happen. But ice was never on the equator side, so that means people were there, tropical forests were also there, rain in the afternoon, 100% always was there. So in the tropical area, the tropical forest area near the equator, the sun rays fall directly on it. So that area has rainfall in the afternoon every day. After 4 o'clock or around about 4 o'clock there is rain, because the sun rays come on the earth, the heat, and they take out vapor from the water and lakes and river, and then it goes to the plants, because they have that canopy type plants and emergent trees. So the plant starts sweating, and after sweating again it evaporates into the sky. They form clouds, and heavy clouds, huge clouds, thunderstorming, and it rains again. That's why it's called the rainforest. The huge rain, the largest rainforest is Amazon. You know that very well. So I'm going to just keep it till here, and just take care of yourselves and be good. And I'll come to the explanation in the next chapter. I'll tell you about how humans produced food. Humans invent. We are doing that already. How the humans produce food. I'll go ahead with it. I want to explain more, and after that I'll come to the book and I'll explain you more in details. So now I'm just giving you a brief summary, and then on the book, if I keep on reading the book, we won't get that enjoyment. I'm telling it to you like a story. So next time when I come back, I'm going to revise it back from where I started, and then we'll come to another point, and then we'll come to the book. Okay, and at the last of it, as usual, question answers are there. I'm going to solve it for you, so that you don't have any issues. Everyone will be on the same answer page. That is the same answers, so that you don't have a difficulty in learning. So till then, so today's Tuesday, and I'll see you on Thursday. Enjoy life, have fun, but play a bit less PUBG and that Free Fire thing. Go into listening to radio. See, so many things happen. Learn something about the society, what's going on in the society. At the same time, you can listen to some music, and you can get some freeness in your brain. You can relax and study as well. And those writing, please do it. And those who are interested are going to listen to me. Those who are not interested, I cannot force you to listen to me, but I can request that it's going to be good for you. And as long as I am posting up all the information, so you're getting all information there. If you have any issues, please do message me on YouTube or on the school app, WhatsApp, and I am going to go ahead and solve all issues for you. Okay, so till then, take care, stay home, stay safe, and do whatever you want after you do your studies. Okay, see you, God bless, bye bye.